My name is Dr. David Hood. I'm a professor at York University here in the School of Kinesiology and Health Science. I'm the director of the Muscle Health Research Center, which is the largest research center devoted to muscle in Canada. Mitochondrial function is very important in skeletal muscle because skeletal muscle is the largest tissue in our body. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the role of mitochondria and mitochondrial turnover in skeletal muscle and the impact that has with age and with disease. There are several recent advances in the field that really make working on mitochondria in skeletal muscle very exciting. The first one is our growing understanding of the shape and morphology of mitochondria in muscle. And this work is led by a variety of groups, including Drs. Balaban and Yoo-Ho Kim and Brian Glancy at the NIH, and also Martin Picard at Columbia. And it turns out that mitochondria are not little individual organelles, but rather are an extended network of membrane structures that produce ATP, that is the energy for muscle cells. And when they're extended like that, when they extend throughout the long muscle cells, they work much better than if they're fragmented little pieces. And understanding how this morphology exists and how exercise can change that is just very, very exciting. And the second advance is related to how we handle dysfunctional parts of mitochondria when they're no longer working well. They produce a lot of reactive oxygen species, and in muscle, what happens is it provokes apoptosis or cell death. And Marco Sandri in Italy at the University of Padua, and our own group here at York, and Zhen Yan at the University of Virginia, they have really characterized how mitophagy, that is the removal of mitochondria that are no longer working, operates now in skeletal muscle. And that's a remarkable thing to begin to understand. The third advance really has to do with the recognition that exercise can serve, and what I like to call, exercise can serve as mitochondrial medicine in muscle. So instead of a pharmaceutical approach, we use exercise to repair mitochondria, repair mitochondrial function. Many of us as exercise physiologists believe strongly in the benefits of exercise, and there's no pill that we can find that will substitute for the wonderful health benefits that exercise can provide for the whole body. But no doubt about it, if there was some pharmaceutical agent that could serve to help, along with exercise, to help promote mitochondrial synthesis in muscle and other tissues, that would certainly be something in the future that everyone would look forward to. But one of the other things that is happening right now is the recognition that exercise not only helps mitochondria in muscle, but what's happening in other tissues is beginning to be a surprise. So exercise can provoke changes in mitochondrial function in the brain, for example. Recent work by Sri Nair at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota has shown remarkable changes in brain mitochondria in response to exercise. So this is very exciting. Another sort of more theoretical advance that's going to be great in the future is understanding how the mitochondria signal to the nucleus. So we all think about changes in adaptations to our environment or adaptations to exercise as being directed by the nucleus. But when a mitochondrion has some dysfunction, there are some signals that we're now beginning to appreciate from the mitochondria back to the nucleus that say, something's going wrong here. We need to correct gene expression. So these are called retrograde signals. It's kind of like a negative feedback loop. When you have something negative happening in the mitochondria, signal sent to the nucleus, upregulation of genes to correct the defect that's occurring in mitochondria. So that retrograde signaling is being worked on by a variety of groups, including Cole Haynes at University of Massachusetts, and our own group here, my two students, Jonathan Memme and Ashley Oliveira, are working hard to understand how these retrograde signals work in muscle. So in contrast to when I started in this field many years ago, the role of mitochondria was simply believed to be the powerhouse of the cell and providing energy for athletic performance in muscle. And now it's a much more exciting field to be in because of the recognition that mitochondria in muscle play such a huge role in whole body metabolism and whole body metabolic health. Is just very exciting field to be in at this moment.